Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Fallout Nevada. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today here in Uranium City, or something to that extent. And we have the Saloon. I think it says something on top, but we can't really see what it is because the game doesn't actually... Oh, we promise this promised things, but the game doesn't actually tell us what it says. So we are currently, let's see, Uranium City indeed, Workers' Settlement. Oh, I think that's how it's pronounced, when it's like, you know, that apostrophe is basically, you know, it's the possessive of the plural version of worker. Do you say workers' settlement? That's a lot of S's right there. Yeah, it should be workers' settlement. I suppose that is a little bit better. Let's have a chat with the bartender over here. Marilyn is her name. Entering the saloon, you come across the severe look of a pretty woman. "Oh, a new face in Uranium City?" she asks. "Great, I hope you aren't gonna get too rowdy in the bar or start dragging uranium ore in here. And yes, wipe your feet before entering. It's dirty enough as it is. Also, no weapons. Those are the rules. If you don't like them, you're free to stay outside." I don't appreciate the non-ellipses but two dots right after the other, but I'll keep that in mind. Okay then, so can I help you with something? Apparently whoever wrote this down... Actually, this would be the translation, so get on with it, translators. Yeah, that's not an ellipsis, that's just insults to me directly. It's like, they could translate as Colonel RPG just is junk. He's garbage, and that's what that is, right there. "You have an unusual company assembled here, apparently, even though I haven't met them yet." "Oh yeah, we sure do. An old ghoul, a poor Chinese couple, some would-be bandits, and an arrogant asshole from the south. But I've gotten used to them. It's the fate of many mining towns. When trouble comes, most people just leave. Those remaining tend to get along with each other one way or another." Tell me about this quote-unquote arrogant asshole. Louis Birch? Actually, did she call him an arrogant asshole? Yeah, she did. Yeah, I kind of just sort of glanced over that. Yeah, how should I put this? He's an asshole. Yeah, arrogant too. I don't know how people are down there in the south, how they live and such, but this one doesn't stop talking. You won't find such a self-righteous prick anywhere else, but he could have his uses under different circumstances. Oh, do tell. How exactly? Can I? No? Okay. Well, apparently I can't ask about how exactly that goes with that asshole. What about the ghoul? Oh, Nelson. Yeah, he's a local staple. Nobody really knows his past, and I doubt it was any good. Otherwise, he would be spouting all this crazy shit all the time. No. Otherwise, he wouldn't be spouting all this crazy shit all the time. Really? So you say that his past was bad because he says crazy shit? Sounds about right. No, it doesn't. It's the opposite. But anyway, the poor Chinese couple, who are they? "A family of farmers," she says. They came from San Francisco a couple of years ago and have settled here just fine. They're very hard-working, even though they're apparently old. Are they old? Are they survivors of the... Are they... They're not Chinese, are they? Okay. Yes. I mean... Yeah, I didn't figure that they would be working too hard, but... Still, anyway, you know, since they are Chinese after all, or supposed to be, they're settled here. They're just very hard working. There's just one thing I don't understand: why the hell they left the big city. Feel free to ask them, though. Yeah, I did that already. What about the bandits? Well, yeah, you can count them on one hand. Tony, a guy with unresolved puberty issues. I think he had a lot of, I don't know, stuck pubes or something. He's sick too, can be cured, it seems. It's probably the pubes. Kelly, good shooter, and it shows. His soul probably resembles an empty wasteland. Because, of course, everybody that is good with a weapon is junk. As am I, according to the game, because of all the double dots. Juan, brutish fella, so much that I sometimes want to kick him in the balls. That's all of them. I mean, they aren't really bandits, but if things don't improve around here, they might decide to resort to less honorable ways. I should point out that you didn't really say what their ways are. So I suppose they are honorable? Because one has a disease, apparently, the pubes thing. The other one is good with weapons, and the other one is brutish. And apparently has very kickable testicles. So, yeah. About the sick one. Ah, this punk thinks he'll eventually get in my pants. Of course, that's not going to happen. Then again, I might have been a little too harsh on him considering his sickness and all. Oh well. Have you been too harsh? Sure. Can I... Oh, okay. Apparently I can ask about the other ones. Okay. So let's talk about something else. About the closet over there that I haven't looked at. Oh, the arsenal? Uranium City has seen many cowboys that chased the riches throughout its days. When the time came to pay their dues, many had nothing left but their piece. Hence the collection. Not the best selection, but well, at least we always have some... we have more than... What? But at least we always have more than... Oh, that's the wrong than. And it throws me off. But at least we always have more than enough to protect ourselves from unpleasant visitors. Yeah, I see your hands are very well equipped to protect yourself from me who just came around. Not necessarily an unpleasant visitor, but can I buy something from there? Not a bad idea, she says. We didn't have problems moving leftover weapons in the past. We should send the best weapons with the Reno caravans, and the miners would pick through the rest as part of their payments. But these days, none of that. So, I will sell you all this stuff for $1,500. Oof, that's too expensive. I'll pay $300 for this junk. It's junk. Oh, is that so? That wouldn't even cover the damages previous owners caused here. $1,500 is a bargain. No deal. Okay, a deal then. Really? Okay, great. It's yours. You can have everything you see in there. Okay, I suppose it's gonna be enough, or it's gonna be at least worth the money, even if not necessarily anything that I really need. So do you mind telling me about the settlement? Well, I'm not exactly being swamped by customers and tourists, am I? Double dot. Where do we start? Well, is there anything to do for fun around here? No. Nothing at all? No slots machines? Because I don't even know what they are. It's just apparently I can ask. No shooting? No, Are you trying to be funny? She asks. Take a look around. This is a mining settlement. People came here to mine, and a lot of them died doing it. Greed, stupidity, you name it. If you are looking for fun, you came to the wrong place. Well, you have songs. You have, like, the soundtrack going on or something. Oh, there's a kid over there. I need to, remember to go there and ask what's up with that table, apparently. What if I decide to have myself some fun right here and right now, apparently? Okay, fine, forget it. I don't even want to know what my character wants to do for fun, considering all the options that we've seen. How did it all start here? That would be because of Mr. Wright and his sons. He decided to revive the new Reno power plant, and he sent his sons to check out the mines around these parts. Their eyes fell on Uranium City because there was some technical equipment still preserved here, so they created the Miners Guild. At first, slavers were used in the... Slaves were used in the mines, but it quickly turned out keeping them fed, housed, alive, and working cost more money than hiring independent laborers. Because, of course, isn't that the beauty of... locals like me made our living off the whole thing, and lived well. I'm sure you did. Being exploited by miners, well, not miners, I guess, mine owners that felt owning slaves was too expensive. I'm sure you lived very well. Off of the less money than a slave costs, for sure. So tell me about the outskirts. You could say we are on the edge of civilization, she says. Honestly, I like it. Well, actually, is this the edge of the map? I don't think it is. Maybe there aren't many cities to the south, I don't know. We get lucky every now and then a caravan from the hub or some traders pass through, but we are mostly cut off. Most folk passing by are just trying to get to New Reno. Apparently New Reno there with a lower case. Or far, far away from it. Yeah, I suppose. Tell me about the mine? We have one mine here. It's from pre-war times. We had been mining uranium ore for over a year for Mr. Wright, a New Reno fellow, when these worm things came and ruined everything. I think that might be our into at least Wright's service. As a result, the settlement has been abandoned and the ore left unrefined. We have been trying to do something more manageable, farming for example. Okay. I'm not really sure if you refine uranium. I think you process it for... the reactor itself does the refining bit. I think that's how it is. Like if you have a nuclear reactor that works off of uranium, it will refine the uranium itself. I think, is that how it works? I don't know. I've seen videos about how that works, but I don't remember them because I'm usually doing other stuff. So what's the building across the street? No, that's the Miners Guild. There's a lot of that. That's the office of the Miners Guild. Locked, dark, and infested with rats. Nothing to do there, apart from killing the rats, which you have already done. Yes, in the past, it was the most lively place in Uranium City. Not counting the mine, of course. It was abandoned after most people left. Mm-hmm. So, what is that build? Okay, there's one thing I don't get. How did people work here in the constant radiation? It is radioactive, isn't it? Uranium mining. Because I'm pretty sure yeah, it's gotta be. It definitely is. But the problem is, or the thing is, there's two isotopes that are found naturally, and one of them is very rare. But that rare one is the one that you want to do fission. But that's why you refine it, and that's why I was saying that it's the reactor itself that does that job. I'm not really sure though. But yeah, let's go with that. Good question, she says. Nelson would even glow at night after long shifts. You could save money on electricity by having him over, haha. Yeah, so the mine is that radioactive. Well, yeah, it could have been worse. There is no pure uranium there, only ore. Well, there is no pure uranium anywhere in the world. That's only ore. It's like there's no pure iron or no pure pretty much anything. There might be some like other like copper maybe pure. I don't know though. I'm pretty sure iron comes in with it's not pure. You don't find it pure. Otherwise you'd be finding it you can never find it pure because it oxidizes very easily. Yeah. Anyway, the real radiation was found there, found where the ore used to be processed. That was the heart of of Uranium City. When everyone was led by right, the slaves and free men had plenty of work. By extension, so did I. With the right kind of motivation, you could work here for at least a year before the radiation disease took its toll, and during this time, one could earn enough to feed a family for a long time. Apparently, the slaves paid well. It seems that she could feed a family for a long time, according to her, or burn away a short life. Bright, chuckles, and interesting. That's not too bad of a deal these days. I'm sure it isn't. Bright and interesting? Oh, so much happened there, but it's all in the past now, back when the settlement was full of people. Okay, how did they manage to restrain the radiation sickness for so long? Well, the guild wasn't stupid. They made schedules and rules. You should be working in rubber gloves, boots, masks, and so on. Of course, there were norms concerning work hours. I'm pretty sure rubber gloves don't actually protect against radiation. Those who would give up their health for whatever reason were responsible for themselves. A typical shift was 14 hours, and then everyone came to my bar for drinks. The rot gut used to flow here, all right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got a healthy dose of radiation from those people, because that's how radiation works. Come to think of it, she says, that dickhead from the south asked me the same thing. Seemed somewhat interested in radiation sickness. He's in his room, I think. I'm sure he'd like to talk to you about it. Good luck getting him to shut up afterwards. Yeah, well, I've had NPCs that do that, and apparently, oh, that's okay. I thought it was gonna be at the end of the dialogue, but it was not. Let's see. Okay, that's good enough. Do you have anything to eat? I can only offer you meat jerky and rot gut. I know you can't eat rot gut, but, well, that's what I can offer. I keep to clean water for the townsfolk. I'm sure you understand. Oh, I keep the clean water, she says. Okay, let's trade. Did I actually get my junk? No, I did not. And she does indeed only sell meat jerky and rot gut. Let's talk about something else. So, we need to discuss the current situation in Uranium City. I'm listening, she says. So what's really happened here? Like, I know you've been telling me a bunch of this stuff, but like, what has really happened here? Oh, people started to go missing in the mine soon after we discovered deep cracks in the sandstone with remnants of clothing. Then the rumors about flesh-eating worms started to spread. Only a few, Nelson being one of them, vowed that they actually saw them. So that's it? Well, after that, the workers started leaving. They didn't believe in the worm mutants as much as they believed in it was the guild getting rid of workers in order to save some money at the end of the day. When the miners became too few, Wright got furious with those left behind. The men had a mean streak. Everyone ran away, and no one came back. The mine's reputation was done for. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting. I guess Just setting up the whole, there's mutant worms, and she actually was very explicit in the fact that they are mutant worms and not just, well, I suppose they're no real life giant worms that that eat people, so I suppose they would always have to be mutant in this game. This guy is scratching a hairy chin with a hairy hand. Juan's the name. Strength's my game. Check out these babies, and he starts flexing. You looking to play? Well, that's an awful lot of muscles you got there. He examines his thick palms. Damn straight, and they're best friends with these two over here. They even finish each other's sentences. And he folds his arms and looks at you, dismissively sizing you up. Don't believe me? Good. Putting the team to the test is my favorite game. Hey. Well, actually, I might want to take a beating. I did save before I talked to him, so yeah, all right then. Let's boogie. You want to take it outside? First one to start spitting blood and teeth loses. He motions, whisking some dust off his right arm. Don't take me for a savage. I trained these puppies myself, and they won't bite for no reason. How about an arm wrestling match right here, right now? Loser pays $100. You game? The hostess won't mind? Not if we keep it friendly, she won't. Come to think of it, I never bothered to ask. Okay. Apparently Oh, okay, so that's not, I'm not doing double what he asked. 200 on the table, let's do this. And he whistles, heads up, folks, we got ourselves a challenger. Okay, let's sit down and lose the match. Oh, they actually have animation for that. Yeah. Argo fucking go. Argo? No, that's got fucking damn it. For a second I thought you'd be a serious contender. And it takes my bet. Guess beginner's luck isn't for everyone. Well, it's not very much luck to be had in this sort of stuff. I lost the arm wrestling match. That's fine. That's okay. So, yeah, got something on your mind? Speak up. I don't like shy weaklings, he says. Well, yeah, I'm a weakling, alright. Just not necessarily shy at all. How about your favorite game? You can't just get enough, can you? No. It's fine. No. Who are you? Oh, something wrong with your ears? Name's Juan. That's not how you say who you are. That's like, it's like asking, what is this object over here? And you say, oh, it's a protestificator. It's like, it tells me the same thing. I didn't ask you the name of it. Anyway, told you already, he says. Worked in the mine right up until it closed. I'd be working now, or there now, if there was somebody around to pay me. Okay, how'd you end up here? I'm from Vegas. Came here after I lost my job. Boss said I was a little too rough around the edges. Rough sounds about right. One day they'll regret getting rid of me. Did they actually get rid of you? Because you seem to be still around here. So how do you feel about Nelson? Great fellow. I immediately loved him as a brother. You touch him, and you're dead. Got that? This place needs him. Guy's been around forever, and he knows more about the mine than anyone. Never mind that it's shut down now. Uh-huh. So, how'd you end up here? Enough chatter. Do you actually barter? You do not. I'll see you later. Thank you for, actually, I might be able to get the, $100 out of him. You jerk. You freaking jerk. Also, you took away my clothing. Hiccups and all. My god, I'm having a lot of hiccups today. I'm sorry. Oh, and by the way, if you heard some weird sound a couple of minutes ago, that was my cat. He sneezed very loudly, and it kind of scared me. And I don't know what's wrong with him. He's probably, I don't know, cleaning himself as cats do. Hey, little guy. A boy. Hello. Well, it's a boy. It's a boy. It's me. Oh, I need to take this. I don't know where I was going with it's me. That's not, I don't even. Oh, that was definitely worth it. It's a training rifle, though. Sport model of laser rifle designed for training and competition in accuracy. Has understated characteristics in comparison with a conventional laser rifle, and is slightly inferior to it in range, which would be infinite because it's a freaking laser. It's not actually infinite. It's an effective range. That is also a thing. What do we have over here? This, oh, it's the extended magazine 10mm pistol. That looks cool and it's good. I'll unload you just for the sake of everybody's being okay. Henry's rifle over here. This is different. Old but still reliable carbine. Designed in the era of the quote-unquote gold rush. Being a popular sports weapon, an object of collectibles and show-off, was made up to the Great War for the civilian population. I will take all of that, thank you very much, and I will see if these are good. So they use... What exactly do you use? 44? I use 44 for this as well, yeah. So that's a 6 to... let's go into weapons over here. It's a 6 to 14 that I'm using right now. And this just does a lot more damage. Of course, the other pistol is just good because it's... this pistol is good because it's got only 4 action points to shoot, so it's nice to do that like that. I'm not really sure if it's a good thing, but anyway, let's see what this one is. It's clearly a laser rifle. It has a different sort of look to it, which is kind of cool. And we have 8 to 20. Well, also gave me a little bit of ammo. It's definitely worth it. I'm happy with my purchase. This one over here, that uses... What does it use? 44. Okay, so it's 8 to 18 on a big range. Oh, unfortunately, it sucks. It sucks. The range is nice. I don't think it's better than this one though. Nah, of course not. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, well, definitely worth it, and I'm glad I bought it. I bought those things. I mean, I'm glad I bought those things, not just that particular weapon. So we have over here Birch. Thought I was gonna talk to the other guy that this guy loves as a brother. I don't know who it would be. Wait. I already paid for this dump, and I'm not going to overpay for any questionable services. You people got that? And will that woman bring me some water, warm water already? I want to wash my feet. Honestly, I have just had about it with this place. Just about indeed. What are you talking about? I thought you were like that snooty brat who came here to promote her meat salad. The name's Louis Birch, and I... Oh, yeah, that's him, yes. This is the asshole, I believe. And I arrived here recently. Actually, nah, never mind. No use wasting my breath. No use indeed. Is that the second time he uses the word indeed? Yes, that's cool. I like that sort of stuff. Like quirks in dialogue and all that. Yeah, I just want to ask some questions, if that's okay. Now, questions. Apparently, the only thing you can do in this backwater town is chat, but if people need advice, it's only natural they would ask me. Is it not? Who else around this dump knows anything worth anything about anything? Anything indeed. Right. You wanted to ask me something? I think this is supposed to be he never shuts up. In a game where people have long dialogue lines, because they do, this is normal. This is just generally normal. And also it's really cool to read. I like it. The writing is good here on this guy. I like it a lot. So it's not long. No, it's not long-winded. Also, if it would like separated by multiple lines, then that would maybe come off as a little bit more long-winded. As it is, it isn't. You'll notice that in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, less in Fallout 2, because of course the people who made Fallout 2 weren't necessarily the same people that made Fallout 1. But in Fallout 1, the vast majority of lines don't have to like, you don't need to click the down arrow that shows up over here for the next part. It's only 1 or 2 or 3 lines, never more than 4, or I mean not never more than 4, very rarely more than 4. And I'm pretty sure there's no occasion in Fallout 1 where you actually have 3 pages. And in Fallout 2 you do have that from time to time. Yeah, I just can't help but think that that's something that the developers of Fallout 1 really did on purpose, was just not having very long lines of dialogue. It works really well, and it's also very natural for, you know, when we talk, unless we're doing a Let's Play, we just have very short lines of dialogue, and we don't finish thoughts and all that sort of stuff. Of course, mimicking that whole back and forth that, you know, normal people have when they talk in a role-playing game is very tricky. You know, the sort of, you know, you cut people off and you just ask questions that sort of off the cuff and all that. That's very tricky to do in a role-playing game, in a computer role-playing game, I should say. But still, I like this guy's dialogue. Why not talk about you? About me? Yeah, great choice. Fantastic. We can talk about me for hours. For hours indeed. Okay, who are you? Louis Birch. As for my occupation, I just say I'm somewhat of a scientist, researcher, and inventor. No field lies too distant for this man. No field indeed. So you're not a local. Where did you come from? How perceptive. I'm from a city down south called the Hub. It's quite far from here. I'd rather not talk about the lands in between, though I'll say that the trip was horrible. No comfort and a logistics nightmare. Hardy's caravan was walking sideways, mostly in dry places right under the sun. Horrible. After such travels, you really start to appreciate an ice bath and a glass of cold Brahmin milk. Oh yeah, I don't recommend traveling in that direction. Not one bit. Not one bit indeed. So, who's Hardy? He indifferently waves his hand. Some dung for brains, Hub Caravaneer, but he is the only one that trades between Reno and Hub City. Hub City, okay. If I were him, I'd have given it up a long time ago, but what that ghoul has on his mind, that's a difficult question. Difficult indeed. So, what brought you here? Well, let's just say my mission is simply gathering information about this godforsaken place. We heard rumors of the locals at the time still running the uranium mine, so naturally one of our finest, was assigned to study the situation. But after I have, what I have found here is all very depressing. I have only left to return full of bewilderment, disappointment, and with the ache of my travels. And, oh, horrible aches indeed. You've only left to return. Oh, you mean if you return, you are only going to have bewilderment, disappointment, and all that other stuff. So what kind of organization do you represent? The Union of Atomic Workers. Never heard of us? Have you? It's an old and prestigious company. We're not what we once were, I must admit, but we are still on top of Hub City. Wait, you don't even know about the Hub? How very unsurprising. Unsurprising indeed. What does your organization do? Well, we are, without exaggeration and embellishment, but maybe with exaggeration or embellishment, trying to revive the world! Exclamation mark. At least to the form in which men used to know it, with the trade, economy, manufacturing, and all that is necessary for a proper life in a society. Our work has mostly been limited to Hub City. But that's just for now. He says. Just for now, indeed. Okay, let's change the subject. This soundtrack that's going on right now is weird. The radio. I think it might not be the radio. So I want to know your opinion on the settlement. Uranium City? It might have been a city once, but now there's only uranium left. Unrefined at that, just like the people here. Unrefined indeed. Do you know anything about the history of this settlement? Good question. After all, gathering information is what I'm here for. Let's see. It's a pre-war settlement. They mined ore here, cleaned it up, and exported it to further processing. In fact, the ore deposits are rather small. It's no surprise that the locals lived in conditions worse than slaves. They didn't even have... See, I told you. They didn't even have a cart for ore transportation. And they had to drink their tea out of a broken cup. Oh, that's a different thing altogether. Not to mention proper tools. There's only one processor in the hangar near the mine, and it was terribly outdated even before the war. All of it just lay there until some important person from New Reno showed up and tried to extract the ore for urban power. That's when the slaves began to be driven here, and the flow of people poured in, caps in their eyes. Silly people, really. A lot of them will be staying here forever. Well, you know what I mean. Forever indeed. I don't know what you mean. Today, our silence remains. Why, you ask? Well, luckily I know the answer. It's because the mine seems to harbor some kind of mutant creatures, apparently appearing out of the ground. My God, can you believe that drivel? I'll tell it like it is. I'm a scientist after all. Local workers got tired of the inhumane working conditions and fled to other towns. That's not what's called being a scientist. That's what's called being a skeptic. And, yes, I suppose maybe that is a decent explanation. They should have kicked that Reno gangster's behind for his... Oh, the gangster's ass, yes, for his poor organizational work. Very poor indeed. Was it poor? I guess. Was it? I mean, I suppose. I don't know. What do you know about the mine? There are several similar small mines in the district, and many were worked right before the war. In fact, the ore deposits are not very large at all. The mine, which is near the village, lies straight in a still-running vein of uranium. Still running. That's not how that works, but sure. When it is fully mined out, there will be nothing to do here, and this settlement will die. If not now, surely within a few years. Surely indeed. Never mind the fact that it's not being mined right now and it's not dying right now. I mean, it might be, because actually I think Jacqueline? What's her name? I don't remember, but yes, I think she might have said something to that extent. I'll have to continue with your conversation in the next episode, though, because we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Fallout Nevada. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.